Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
First down, Broncos.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Let's get off the field, D.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Locke. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Block now to throw. And that is incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, but it's going to be second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Check 13. Check 13. Ready?
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's third down.
We go set. 70, Indy.
Nice 15, nice 15. Yeah, let's get a sack.
5.
Throwing his lock on third down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
64, weak.
Lucky. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Ship.
Rock it. Let's go.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. 18 Gator. You. Fair. What up?
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Kareem Hunt with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
What? 180.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Get that ball.
Out of the gun. Goff. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Cut. 180.
54 Mike. Cut. Hey, one set. Check. Mike 54.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what'll happen? He'll flat out take over this game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
Come get some.
Now Goff finds his tight end Ingram, pushing his way inside the 40.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Gordon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Got Gordon open, completes it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch QB drop.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Chargers 0.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, here's Goff. Gets it to Gordon. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Shift. Rush in.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Goff. That's complete. It's Gordon. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Goff. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 4. at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Leo.
Now Hunt. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. They run right side with Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, team 6.
Here's Locke to throw. And James has it. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 44-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off through the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the counter, Hunt. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Short, Drake. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Like 20.
Go on, team.
From the 39, Goff. Able to get this to Gordon.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Going out.
Watch the slant.
Goff on third down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I got one. Kill.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Gone. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Orange.
Goff now looks to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll run again with Hunt. And an alley to run. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets them on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Break.
Line 15. I don't think you got it, son.
Here's Locke. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Switch out. He's checking.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you.
Whirling.
To throw is gone. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Here we go.
Penny, the first down carry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Double time. 4 down, 4 down. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
4 down. Here we go. 76. 76.
Here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Rashad Penny. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play. Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Here we go, here we go.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Strip the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 37-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now gone. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
17.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Mark 15, Mark 15. Watch the out, watch the out.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10. At the 42-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now to the air. Lock. James has got it. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route. Tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. A give right side now to Hunt. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now then, the penalties got him set up with a first and goal. Running, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
They come out here in the I. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Well, now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun. Braun. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's Hunt, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is locked. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check your hot read.
They run with Hunt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Hunt. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
Locke, he's set to take a knee, and that should do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for Denver, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.